Can't you see? You belong to me. I'm a poor heart aches with every... Did you know that that line is not actually I'm a pool hall ace? For years I thought it was I'm a pool hall ace, but it's how my poor heart aches. In any case, welcome back to the Road Blog, my friend. It is Wednesday. It's Groundhog Day again. And a couple of things today. One, just a quick update on the Facebook Friend Quality Point System standings. Right now, topping the leaderboard, we have, ready? I'm going to add a drum roll here in post-production. Drum roll, please. Randy Huggins, Barbara Brown, Gail Weisswasser, and Beth Jacobs' hot sister Cindy. Okay, two. You know, people often ask me, Dave, what won't you make fun of? What's off limits? Virtually nothing. There are things I won't, talk about, won't make jokes about. I mean, the goal is to make people laugh, but you can make jokes about things. You can have a laugh about things that are painful. In fact, there's a saying, pain plus time, or tragedy plus time, equals comedy. And here's the corollary that I believe was written by Mr. Gene Weingarten of the Washington Post, which is you can make fun of sensitive subjects, you can make jokes about sensitive subjects, as long as the group without power is not the butt of the joke, is not the punchline. You can't make fun of the powerless, because no one's going to laugh at that, right? That's just mean. So I want to do these more of these man on the street interview videos. I want to go to a protest. I would go to like a World Bank protest. Those filthy 20-year-olds, they're just, no one's very sympathetic towards them. Protest about Egypt, with Egyptian expatriates in the United States. I wouldn't do that because everyone's very sympathetic towards them. They're perceived as being the group without power. Couple examples for you on the most sensitive subject. What is the most sensitive subject in the United States? 9/11. Well, maybe there's worse, but I think most people agree with that's a pretty sensitive subject. Something you wouldn't make jokes about. Well, there are ways to have a laugh about it, and I think it's important to laugh about tragedies after an appropriate time. And for example, I'll just tell you a couple of quick stories. One is a story from a friend who was there, who lived downtown New York City, Manhattan, and he was bartending or something. He didn't have to go into work that day, and he had woken up around 9 a.m. and he had just installed these, they're called city windows, I think, and they're like quadruple pane windows, and he lived on the first or second floor of his building, and they make it silent inside the house. So he was just padding around the house, having a drink of coffee, and opens the blinds, and he sees this. He told that story at dinner and in New York, and we could not stop laughing. Just, come on, it's kind of funny. Second, this is a bit I do in my comedy act, and it has to do with 9/11, and I tell it as a story, and it's obviously not true, but the butt of the punchline here is me, and it goes like this. I say, I don't condone what I did in this instance, but I want to share this with you. I had a lot of anger following the events of 9/11, as I think a lot of people did, and to be honest with you, I had a lot of anger towards certain groups of people. I even had anger towards certain groups of people who looked like certain groups of people, and that's not cool. But what was really uncool is that I acted on my anger. I acted on my rage. And I was working at a company around the time, and it was always really bad for me, as I think a lot of people, on the anniversary of 9/11. 9/11 2002, 9/11 2003. But for me, I just kept sitting at work, and I just kept thinking about Wasim down in accounting. Celebrating that day, celebrating our nation's pain. And it got really bad. It was 9/11 2004, I think. I finally got so pissed off that I got up and I went downstairs and I went down to accounting and I went up to Wasim and I went, BAM! Right in the face. I said, that's for 9/11. And then she's all, but I am Indian. then that's for Little Bighorn. Yeah? So it gets a big laugh. I don't know if it's funny in my car, but you see that the punchline is on me. I'm the butt of the joke. I'm an idiot. Not only, was it a woman, but I don't understand what she meant when she said she's Indian. Okay, that's your roadblock for today. I hope it didn't offend anyone. Please, if you were offended, tell someone else. Okay, see you later.